Hello, my name is Ghio. I'm your fire chief with the San Miguel Consolidated Fire Protection District. Today, I want to bring you up to speed on a recent service delivery change that our board of directors has required to be made in our district, specifically Fire Station 23 on Dehesa Road, where we serve 1,900 addresses in the San Miguel Fire District. It's probably no new news to everybody out there that we're in a global economic disaster. That disaster over the past 4 years has dramatically affected the revenue and the expenses to our fire district, which are provided solely by your property tax and your property tax value. Fiscally, where the district is over the past 4 years is that in that 4-year period, we've lost $2.5 million of property tax revenue. That affects the level of services that we can provide to the community, and that affects the level of pay and benefits that we can provide to our employees. All of these things are being reduced to meet the needs of the district long term. And there's another thing that we have to recognize with the San Miguel Fire Protection District being an independent special district. We are not like a city. We cannot borrow from libraries or park and recs and shift dollars into emergency services. We only have your property tax to pay for the goods, the services, the contracts, the employees to provide the critical services to you, the customer. We don't have any other options as a fire district. We're solely dependent on property taxes. We have to make changes, just like business and industry has had to make change all across America, and just like a lot of our citizens, including residents of the San Miguel Fire District, have had to make in their own personal lives. The Board of Directors has made a decision to impose a labor contract that also has a direct service delivery reduction to the citizens of San Miguel, specifically the residents around the Dehesa Road area that are served by Fire Station 23. On November 1st, 2011, we will be transitioning from a 3-person engine company, that's a triple combination pumper, water, hose, and a pump, to a 2-person squad unit, like a medical squad delivery unit. What this direct impact has to you, the citizen, is that your response times will be longer for fire-related calls. Right now you enjoy receiving calls to all of your incidents in 8 minutes or less, 90% of the time district-wide. With this change, not having an engine company at Station 23, you will still get 73% of the time that same timely response, mostly to your medical aids and then some other emergency and non-emergency incidents. But on the fires, you will be seeing delayed responses because we'll be bringing in fire engines that are the next available unit. That could mean anywhere from a 2-minute, depending on the location of the next in unit, to a 5-6 minute delay in service delivery. That does put our community at risk. Nobody's going to discount that. However, your fire district, my administration and the board of directors is committed to mitigating that impact as much as possible. We have been working with the City of El Cajon and the Sequan Fire Department to make sure that our 2 closest automatic aid agencies are fully aware of what we're doing and also are aware that we will be bringing in their emergency response units, their engine companies, into San Miguel much more often, more frequently, to help with those fires. Also, since the inception of a regional CAD interoperability project where we've linked the dispatch centers, we are now sending the closest available unit regardless of jurisdictional boundaries. So if a El Cajon unit or a Sequan unit or La Mesa or Lemon Grove happen to be driving through the district on another business-related issue or clearing from another automatic aid or mutual aid call, if they're the closest unit, they will be picked up. So we're mitigating that impact as much as possible. There's a frequently asked question right now as to what is this going to do to my insurance cost? Well, we're fortunate in that a few months ago we finished our insurance rating for this next 2-year period. so your insurance rates should be stable. We are also working very, very hard with some of our partners to try to find funding solutions to get Station 23 back to full service. The Sequan Fire Department is working with us on a daily basis, trying to find out options to funding and providing those 3 persons, the 3 firefighter paramedics on Engine 23, but that may take several months. As your fire district, we hosted a community meeting with very short notice, so I apologize for that. But we did get about 9 community members out to that meeting, most of which committed to working with us to try to find local grassroots options to bringing in dollars to, at least in a short-term method, bring back that firefighter paramedic on each division so we could get back up to 3 full firefighters on Engine 23. That may take some time also. We are coordinating another community meeting with that small but very interested group of citizens, and we will be sending out another notice to all 1,900 addresses in the Dehesa area when that next meeting will take place, because we need your support, we need your help in trying to find a real solution to how to get back to full staffing at Engine 23. The other thing that we're doing is we're working with the Sequan Fire Department. The Sequan Fire Department and the Sequan tribal leaders are trying to help us by looking at options on how they can help us find funding to bring this back, bring the staffing back on a more permanent basis, not just short term, but more midterm and long term. So we're very hopeful that our good partners at Sequan will be able to help us out on that. And we'll keep you posted through our website and through letters from my office to you on that progress. Why Station 23? That's another frequently asked question right now. Well, it's very difficult to tell anybody in any service area that they're going to have a reduction in emergency services. We had to go to the facts. The facts are that the area that 23 serves around the Dehesa area is the least populated area in San Miguel other than the community of Crest. Crest and Bostonia were consolidated into the San Miguel Fire Protection District about 4 years ago, and we have a legal terms and conditions of consolidation that do not allow us to do any service cuts to those 2 communities as long as their revenue sources are meeting the expenditure obligation to keep those 2 fire stations open, and they are. Why? Because Crest and Bostonia pay the second highest, other than property tax fees, to maintain their fire and emergency medical services. In the San Miguel area, only the communities of Crest and Bostonia pay over $350 each annually to maintain those services. No other community in our area does that. So, fact 1, lowest population base is in the Station 23 area. Fact 2 is the low response volume in Station 23's area. Other than Station 18, 23's has the lowest response volume, quite a bit of which goes into the city of El Cajon on a daily basis. So in our district, it is the lowest response volume of any of our 8 fire stations. The third issue is, what are the types of incidents that our engine companies go on? Well, in the Dehesa area, 73% are medical aid related. So even though we go down to a 2-person medical squad unit with Rescue 23, we will still be able to meet your community needs 73% of the time in the same timely and efficient manner that we're currently meeting. These are not fun decisions by the board of directors or by my administration. No fire chief, no elected official wants to go out to the community and say, listen, I've got to reduce your services without a real good reason. Well, the reason is that we've done everything we could. We went out and tried to do a benefit assessment, a service benefit fee about 2 years ago, and we heard the community very loudly. We need you to do the best you can with what you've got, and that's what we're doing. We also know that because of this financial condition, that we're going to be in this challenging economic times as a fire district for a few more years. So we're going to have to do everything we can in working with our workforce and working with our budget to minimize our expenses and maximize our service delivery to you. In light of that, the board of directors over the last 4 years has made some pretty wicked decisions already. They've reduced staff by eliminating full-time positions on the administrative staff. They've decreased expenses by over $900,000 this year alone, but that still didn't make up for the constant increase in durable and non-durable goods and the manufacturer price increase of apparatus and the increases to employee expenditures between benefits and wages. When you balance it all out, the board of directors has done a really good job in trying to minimize the impact to the communities we serve. But at this time, the only other option that can be made, the only other decision that can be made, is to start looking at service delivery. Over the past 2 years, this is the second service delivery modification we've made. 2 years ago, we eliminated Engine 15 here at headquarters on Via Orange Way in Spring Valley. It was another economic decision that the board had to make, did not want to make, but had to make, because we had already gone to our workforce, we had already minimized and restructured the budget to critically low levels. It's the same thing now 2 years later with Engine 23. The board has done everything it can to minimize the impact. We're going to continue to work with our mutual aid partners in Sequan to find a way of bringing back this staffing so that you do get the best level of service possible for your tax dollar, but we're in a tough time. We need your help. We need your support. When you do get my next letter, please RSVP, participate, come to the community meeting. We want your thoughts, we want your views, we want your opinions on how we might be able to find the funding to keep Engine 23 fully staffed for you. I know this is tough. This is tough for our workforce. This is tough for our firefighters. This is tough for you, the community, but we're in tough times. And unfortunately, the board of directors and my administration have to make the decisions that will get us through the long term as a fire district so that we can provide services to you long time into the future. I want to thank you for listening to this video. I want to encourage you to tap into our website, www.smgfire.org, or call our business line if you have questions and issues. Thank you for listening. Have a safe day.